Did you know that you could use your basic household aluminum foil to add a wow factor to your card making? It's true, you can, and all you need to do is emboss it to kick it up a notch. Now you can also just leave it as is, but it's really cool. Wait till you see this. Hey friends, thanks for joining me today in my newest video, Tuesday Technique, although it may not be Tuesday when this is uploading. So I wanted to show you this cool embossing that I just learned recently. Actually, we did it at a team event back in September. My gosh, that seems like it's so long ago. But it uses your basic household foil wrap, aluminum foil. This one's called foil wrap. I guess maybe Reynolds Wrap has the rights to the aluminum foil name. Not sure. But this is just your basic wrap from ShopRite, my local grocery store. And yeah, you just cut it down, put it on a cardstock piece of, I'm using scrap, but, and then you emboss it. It's so cool. Let's get started. I'll show you what I mean. So let me go over a few basic supplies that you need. Of course, you need a piece of foil wrap. This one's just cut, I think I cut it at 3.5 by 5.5, and you know, it could be any size you want. If you're following along with me, you want this piece to be bigger than your scrap piece. And let's see, what else do we have here? So let me just go over my cardstock that I have. So again, this is just a piece of scrap I found laying on my table. It's going to go on there, and we're going to fold it over. I am using the Trusty Toolbox Designer Series paper that you can earn during Celebration, which begins on January 4th. So, and this is double-sided, and it's really, really cool. Let me just pull out the whole pack so you can see what some of the pieces look like. So we've got your trusty tools, of course, right? And then the other side, just got some geometric patterns. We have some screwdrivers, another kind of, I don't know if there's actually a pattern in here or what, but I can't really tell what it is, but it's really cool. The hammers, the nuts and bolts. This one reminds me of what your toolbox might look like, right? Then we have some screws and nuts, a ruler, some dots. I guess this is kind of like the pegboard, right? Then we have some more trusty tools. And another piece that's just a basic, you know, color, I guess. So, really cool paper. You can earn this during Celebration, which is beginning January 4th. All right, so we've got that piece. And this piece, I'm going to cut it down to, what is this piece cut to? Let's see. It is 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4. Yes, 3 3/4. Oh, it's a little bit shy. It's actually 3.5. And then I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4. So 3.5 by 5 1/4. I've got some pieces that I've already stamped on, and I am using the Trucking Along bundle specifically and exclusively, I should say. And I'm also using the Metal Plate 3D embossing folder to do the embossing. And we'll be using, oh, I thought I could use my mini, but you can't use the mini for that because the embossing folder is too big. So going back to the pieces. So I've got this I cut with the circle punch, 2 3/8 of an inch, and I did some stamping on it already. And I have crushed curry, same circle size. This is just a scrap because I'll need that for the truck. And then we have the card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5 in pebbled path, and I scored that at 4 1/4 basic. And then you need another piece, which I'm not going to add now, for the inside to do your writing on it and your stamping if you'd like. So we'll set that aside. All right, let's start by doing the foil first. We'll put this here. All right, so to do the foil, you want to just use, you can use your liquid glue, I have not tried it with the seal, but I found that the best thing to do is use your glue stick. And I have this jumbo one that, oh my gosh, from when my son was in grade school, many, many, many years ago. So you want to apply a good amount to one side of your scrap paper and keep something underneath it so it catches any of the glue that gets off of the cardstock. You want to apply all over so you get good coverage. Get those corners like so. And then decide whether you're using the shiny side or the matte side. I'm going to use the matte side. So we're going to lay this down right about there. Hopefully I got that centered as best I can. It doesn't really matter. Now you see there's puckering on here, a little bit of wrinkles. Just try to get out the biggest. See, I have a big bubble there. The biggest bubbles. The other ones, and really that bubble will also flatten out once you run it through the embossing machine. Let me lift that up. I should probably clean this up with, where is that? Let's see, these are pretty dry. I'm just going to wet this a little and just clean up my surface. Just using hand sanitizer. Figure that's the easiest. And a wipe. I just don't want it to get on anything else. So let's clean that up right now. And this mat is very similar to the silicone craft mat that Stampin' Up! Has. It's just bigger. I believe it's from Tim Holtz. All right. Should be good. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, so now we're going to fold this over. Any excess, oh, I ripped that. Get it nice and even. Once I fold it, then I'm going to trim off a little bit of these corners, just so it's not so bulky in certain areas. You want to do it, you know, as flat as you can. And if you stick around, I will show you the other card samples that I have using the Trucking Along bundle, which is going to be just like this card. And then I also used on another one I used Trucking Along, but I made that a Christmas card. And I also used So Very Merry, which is an online exclusive. And last I checked, it was still available. So you can also use that. All right, so now we're going to just use Scotch tape just to tape down these edges. Make sure they stay down. What's nice about the embossing is that it does press, you know, the paper, the cardstock into the foil. So it, actually, you don't even really need to do the tape, but I like to do it just to be secure. One more piece should do that right over here. And then we'll emboss this. Let's bring out the big mama. Or daddy. All right, now I'm using my metal plate 3D embossing folder. Put this in the embossing folder and we'll run it through the machine. So I have my base plate 1 and specialty plate number 4, which is the gray one if you're using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I don't know what the sandwich is for the other machines. So I know this works with the stamp and cut and emboss machine. All right, watch this. Look how cool this is. Isn't that amazing? And see what I mean? It just kind of flattened everything else out, so you can't even see those wrinkles. All right, let's start putting this card together. Let me just cut this piece down to, what did I say, 5 1/4 inches. I think it measures 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. Card base. And let's start gluing. I'll start by gluing these down. Oh, look what Santa brought me for Christmas this year. The Precision Glue Press from My Sweet Petunia. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but it's really cool. It's, you know how I like using those thin bottles with the fine tip on the end? Well, this is really cool because it has that same fine tip on the end, as soon as I get this closed. And supposedly it's not supposed to clog. You can leave it open in this holder and it won't clog. So I think that's pretty cool. I've enjoyed using it so far. So let's see, we're going to do this color. Or, should we do this or should we do the, I kind of like this. I'm going to use this side. I'm going to use the nuts and bolts side instead of the hammers. And so basically, I'm going to put this down. My hands are so shaky this morning. I guess too much coffee. And what happens is it sometimes does clog up, but you can just peel off that stuff on the end and then just squeeze. And it gives you a nice fine line. So if you're a little heavy-handed or if your hands shake like mine do, sometimes you can get heavy-handed. This gives you a nice thin bead. And it comes with Nuvo glue, which is, I'm not sure what brand that is. I guess it's My Sweet Petunia. Just got glue on my finger. And but you can fill it with any glue. When that's done, I'll be adding my multi-purpose glue, my from Tombow, my green glue, that's Stampin' Up! Cells. Just line this up. Great. And we'll do the same thing with the foil. And again, I mean, you know, you probably can't see my hand shaking, but it's like, I feel it shaking. I'm going to add this to the top and off to the right hand side just a little. Like so. Move that up a little bit. Okay. I'll set this aside and let us stamp the truck, and then we can cut it out. Okay, so I'm going to use my scrap piece. I've got my Pebbled Path and Crushed Curry. I should be able to fit it down here. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So let's do the Pebbled Path first. We're going to do the detail. Okay, we'll stamp that. And this is a two-step stamp. So I'm going to do the detail first. I keep going back and forth. Sometimes this works better. Sometimes the solid piece works better first. You know, while this is out, let's do Memento Black. I can close this one for the tires. And I'm just going to line this up. So, okay. I got that off center a little, but that's okay. And then we'll do the solid in crushed curry. Oh, you know what I need under here? My pierce mat. Even though this has a little bit of cushion, I like to add extra cushion for the photopolymer stamps. So let's just do that. Good. I hope. Yes, I got that perfectly lined up. That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay, so let's use our punch. Let's see if I can get this lined up. Pieces flying all over the place. One more piece missing somewhere. I don't know where that went flying. I know it did. Oh, yeah, it did. I don't know where that went. And there's our truck, nicely punched out. All right, let's start putting this card together. I'm going to add some glue to my crushed curry piece. And we'll lay this down. Like so. So that could set for a minute. Okay, and then we'll add this piece. Actually, you know what? Let's put the truck down. I think I could get that. All right, let's put this piece down. I'm going to use my dimensionals to put on the truck. So friends, I'd love to hear what you thought about this technique using the foil paper. I think it's so cool and adds a whole different look to your cards, but wow, so easy, right? So easy. And let me know what you think. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. This way you are notified every time I upload a new video to my channel. I am trying to grow my channel, so I would appreciate if you also tell your crafty friends about my channel and invite them to view it as well. Excuse me. Might have to get a drink of water. There we go. All right, let's add some gems. I'm using my rustic metallic adhesive back gems, which you can get in the annual catalog. And I've got my take your pick tool. I'll just pick a couple of these up. Oops, there. Another one here. Actually, you know, can I lift this one up? I want to put the big one down here and the little one up here. And you know what else I'm going to do, because why not? I'm going to add some metal to the hubcaps. How cool is that? I love that. I think that looks great, don't you? Oops. Yes, perfect. Okay, and that kind of hides the fact that I did not stamp that perfect. All right, so there you go. There is the card. Probably should have, you know what, let me do something because that's not sticking very well. I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this because it's not sticking so good. I don't want it to start sliding around on me, which it looked like it was going to do. Add one more over here. I think that should be good. You can never have too many dimensionals. That's what I say. Stampin' Up should offer like an auto ship for dimensionals, because if there's anything that I run out of the quickest, it would happen to be dimensionals. And I'm sure you ladies, you guys, could be guys too, are like that as well. Let me know if you'd like to do an auto ship with Stampin' Up. You can put that in the suggestion box. All right, there you go. Now we're good. And that looked nice. I love that. So here's the other card that I made. A little bit different. I used the solid on the fencing, but you know, and then the background here, the DSP was the flip side of this one, but I like this one. I think it came out cool. And then here are the two that I made for Christmas. And I used the snowflake. This was actually a mask from the Abundant Beauty masks, which are retiring. So if you didn't get those and you want them, you should probably do that soon. And then this was the stamp set from the So Very Merry, and then I used the Merriest Melody embossing folder. It's pretty. Friends, let me know what you thought about this. I'd love to read your comments. Let me know what you think. Have you ever seen this done before? Sure you have. It's probably on YouTube, right? I might be late to the party. So make sure you like and comment and share on my video. I'd love to see what you say, what you think about it. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, be sure to subscribe. If you'd like to get video tutorials or even written tutorials, be sure to sign up for my newsletter, which I'm trying to get a little better. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I was hoping to do it once a month. Things have gotten just a little out of control, especially during the holidays, so I haven't sent one out for December. So January, I'll send out a new one. And Happy New Year. Have a great time. Enjoy your family. And remember to subscribe and make sure you tell your crafty friends about me so that they can subscribe as well. All right, guys, have a great day. Take care. Enjoy your week. Until next time, bye-bye.